tell you.
I'm having dessert for dinner tonight, all night.
Where you originally from?
Greenville.
Greenville.
Mhm.
Oh, so you down there with Russ? You know Russ?
Yeah, I'm the daytime instructor, and Russ does night.
Okay, then.
I was doing
This Greenville in the building. You remember?
Yeah.
Altitude Academy.
Now you told you remember you
told
told
me
me
about every student.
I got a podcast now.
Got to play podcasting right now. You know what I mean?
All right,
We in there.
we in there. You know what it is.
Welcome back to the honorated profession. You know who it is on your boy Maestro, aka the Great, aka the hands are ordained by the Barber God.
And my name is William Graham, aka Big Fundamentals, in the building. And we're here at MLB 2025, Raleigh, North Carolina. Got to give a shout out to MLB doing their thing. But we got a special guest that I have an honor to introduce right here.
First time being up here, you know what I mean?
Fellow instructor, school director, school everything, icon.
North Carolinian.
Yeah,
He ain't no green from Brooklyn, man.
Whatever, yo, man.
Go ahead,
Stop hating, man. Stop hating.
Man, North
Yeah,
Carolinian.
stop hating, man.
Let him introduce himself.
I'm gonna let this young man introduce himself. This is somebody real seriously though that keeps me inspired, kept me motivated. I look up to as well as an instructor, as a school director. This is someone that I look up to.
He told me a lot about you too, bro.
So
Told me a
it's
lot about
definitely an honor to have you on, bro.
Right.
for having me, man.
I'll let you introduce yourself. You got it.
My name is Rodney Bullock, aka Cool Cutter.
Hey,
Okay.
And
AKA Usher.
they call me Usher.
Okay.
But yeah. I have been instructing since 2008. I am the owner, originator of Altitude Academy LLC. And now I am the director of daytime barbering for Beaufort County Community College, along with Razor Sharp Russ, who is the manager and runs the evening class for Beaufort County Community College. And I take little baby barbers and turn them into monsters.
That's what's up.
Right.
That's
what I'm
what's
talking
up.
about. Yeah,
That's
baby,
what's up.
ooh, they turn into monsters.
Turn them into monsters.
So look, I ain't never had him on here before, so I got a couple of like basic questions that I normally ask everybody.
Okay.
All right, so one thing we do want to point out though, like we do want to shout out that this is a Barber College podcast, so this is why it's an honor to have another fellow instructor.
So
and our theme for this month is customer relationship. Customer retention. Is our
Very
theme
good.
For today and for this episode. So
good.
I'm about to go to the basics. I'm about to go to the basics.
Are you gonna take it back on?
I need to go to the basics.
Okay.
All right. What made you become a barber? What clicked in your mind? What stepped in your mind? Like, oh, I'm about to become a barber.
Okay.
Give it to me.
So I was 12 years old.
Uh-huh.
And my father used to take me and my brother to the barber shop on Saturday a couple times a month, right? My mother was, she was the woman of the house. My father always told her he didn't want her to work unless it's something she decided she wanted to do. So my father was always working. And so for me and my brother to be able to spend time with him was a rarity. And going to the barber shop was the way that we had the opportunity to connect. So he came to the house one day and he was like, listen, I'm gonna save the family some money and I'm gonna start cutting you and your brother's hair. So he was not a barber.
I haven't been where this might be going.
He is still not a barber. and so my mother said to him one day, she was like, listen, the boys need a haircut. It's picture day in a couple of days. The boys need a haircut. And so that evening, he hadn't been doing a bad job, but he hadn't been doing a good job.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. Don't pass over the bus right now. Hold on.
I'm middle of the road right now, Mr. Graham. And so that night, my father gave me the best brush cut and lineup I had ever had to that point in my life.
Okay.
We had some wall home cuts.
The black and white one.
The black and white ones.
I don't remember
But this was what was so special about those old school clippers. You could take those walls and take the top blade off and put a double-sided razor in between so that the bald on zero was really bald and your lineups were extremely sharp.
That's crazy. I did not know. That's something new to me.
Right.
That's something new to me now.
So if you notice,
Yeah.
old school razors, the double side they got that slit in the middle.
They do.
Right.
And they were designed that way specifically so you could take adjustable clippers, particularly Walls clippers, and you could take the top blade off, the guide blade off, and you can sit that razor inside. Put your guide blade back on, tighten it down, and at 0, it would cut bald because there was a razor inside.
I didn't know that.
I know that.
See,
too.
good stuff.
Yo,
And so,
yo, that's crazy.
my father giving me that haircut that night.
Yeah.
I get up, I run to the bathroom. My brother is behind me, and my brother's like, yo, that's the dopest haircut he has ever given you. Great. I go back, I sweep up because my mother was a clean freak. She was like, listen, before your brother sits down,
Yeah.
I need this den cleaned up. So we cleaned up, and while I was sweeping up the hair, my dad was like, listen, I missed a few hairs on the top. I need you to come back and sit down so I can get that cleaned up. So I sat down, and he went back over the top, but he didn't put the guard on.
Oh, that's where it go left.
He-
Bob.
He was already good.
Listen.
Go ahead.
He goes right down the middle and leaves the street, and the first thing he said was, "You're going to school tomorrow."
Ah.
And so I had to use black shoe polish to fill in, and I went to school. Listen, it was
That's an old school trick to polish on it.
it was the coolest PE class I had ever been in because my 3-pointers looked like, normally they look like, that day my 3-pointers looked like, I couldn't sweat.
You couldn't sweat.
I didn't want to
'Cause they would've-
sweat. Yeah, what's up?
They would've thought
What's
something was
up,
wrong.
brother?
Oh.
And so,
Oh, we recorded. Hold on,
Yeah.
bro. We recorded,
You
bro.
good? You
Hey,
good?
It's all good. No, it's all good. Yeah.
yeah, so that's how I got into barbering. But that night I said to myself, man, I'm never gonna let him cut my hair again. And my father is an icon to me still to this day. He's 75. My mother's 73. He's an icon. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
And I said to myself, if I wasn't gonna allow my icon to cut my hair, I had to do something that would make him feel comfortable relieving him of that role. And so I became a barber. And as I did, I learned so much about me.
Right.
That's why I instruct, because barbering is so much
That was
more.
my next one.
Can you- I want to explain it though.
Yeah.
I want to explain that. Like, I want you to explain how you learned so much about you.
Okay.
Explain that section about coming a barber. How did you learn so much about yourself?
So, in that instance, when I felt like I got a crazy haircut from my father, I realized that even though things may not go right, that doesn't mean that they won't end up right, right? Because then I learned how to recover after having made a mistake.
Right.
I started to have a living room full of grown men and people who tried to cut their own hair, but they were going to church on Sunday.
Right.
And me at 12, 13 years old, I wanted to be outside playing basketball.
Right.
I wanted to be eating Captain Crunch and watching Wonder Mud.
Right.
But I had people to cut.
Right.
And those who like tore themselves up trying to get a good haircut, because it wasn't the type of access we have now back then when it was time for haircutting and things.
Right.
And so as those people started to come in, I realized a few things instantly. Number one, I had the power to help make people look good, which instantly matriculated into them feeling good.
Right.
So now I was anointed to help people feel good. And I don't think people understand how great that is. And then to get paid for it.
Right.
You understand?
Right. And you love it at the same time.
So there are a few things that I call God power. To be able to speak as God spoke, it's a God power. To be able to make people feel a certain way as God does, that's a God power. Us as barbers, we have that power, but the generation of barbers I came up with, we came up with the hot top fade.
Yeah.
We came up with the parks and the sideburns.
Yeah.
We came up during the Kwame and the Das effects.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so when style was king,
Yeah.
and your barber was really your stylist, that was status in a community that a lot of people really weren't privy to. So I was, in a way, an icon at a very young age because I took it seriously because I loved the way barbering made me feel.
You was able to transfer that over to you.
100%. And so
That was big.
that's what inspired me to barber. And to be honest with you, a little piece of that goes with me every day as I go to teach class, or we go to different events to barber, or when I'm out at different schools and I'm speaking to children about what their future career goals are going to be.
Right.
So with that being said, then what was your I think you might already kind of touched on it, but what was that aha moment? What was that moment for you to want to teach? You know, so we know what got you to barbering. What made you want to teach?
So I went to a school called Headquarters Hair Command. One of my instructors was Miss Patsy McCoy. Shout out.
Miss McCoy.
Shout out.
Shout out. Yeah.
You know, in the building.
And she said a few things to me while I was in school. She didn't want me to fit in with everybody else because I didn't speak like everybody else.
Wow.
She made me shampoo hair for so many days in a row, and I could not touch my clippers, and I thought it was a punishment.
Right.
But she made me shampoo, and then after shampooing, she made me Marcel.
Right.
And then, and one day I gave her a little attitude.
Right.
And I went in the office, and she may very well remember this. And I got in that office, and the office was pretty nice size.
Right.
But she was right here. And I couldn't understand why she wouldn't take her space on the other side of the room. I'm talking about chest to chest. And she said to me, you don't know that I see something in you, and you're gonna do what I tell you to do, whether you like it or not, because you can't see what I see. And then she commits to tell me, and take those earrings out of your ear. I will not tell you again. And so I took my earrings out, and I fixed my face. But where I am today,
Yes, sir.
is because I realized that tough discipline in order to bring out the greatness in you is needed a lot of times, and where a lot of these younger guys feel as though they're being bullied or victimized,
Right.
they've not been able to separate that. Someone that has a maturity well above yours has a foresight well above yours.
Right.
Yours may be there, but it may be underdeveloped. So those who can see things in the future concerning you, for them to be able to say, listen, you don't have time to waste.
Right.
The world is waiting on you. You have a responsibility to fill those shoes that you were anointed for.
Nice.
In speaking to those young men in that way,
And women.
and women,
And
I
women.
think my persona comes across in the same moment that I had with Mrs. McCoy. And it has proven to work well because we've produced barbers since 2008 up until current.
Yeah.
We got people that have gone the past 2 weeks and just gotten their full licenses. And
Right.
it is the antithesis of what is great. Years from now, what we've done is going to live on because the people we're teaching now, the kids we're teaching now, they're going to be teaching their kids. And then those kids are going to teach those kids.
Right.
So I really feel like we are setting up the future of an industry that will never die because it was anointed to help people live.
Man, I like
You know what? You made me think about something you mentioned about, and we were just having this talk. So you remember this? And we were talking about one of our students, and I know we got to go right into these questions real quick. But you made me think about something.
Yeah.
Where one of our students just this week, we had a situation where we challenged them. I challenged them, which is what we're supposed to do.
Sure,
Right.
right.
Coach you through this process.
Yeah.
About something he should have known.
Something he should have known.
He should have known it.
Here it is, LA cuts. You know I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And not that LA cut, but you know
But
where
the LA
you
cut, he
you
know
know
who
who
he
you
know
are.
what we talking
You know,
about.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so he gets mad because I'm getting on him about his doing the shape. You know, stay boy gotta have your
Okay.
shape stuff.
Okay.
So I challenged him. He got so frustrated, got so flustered. He wanted to leave for the day. But
Okay.
you know, if you ain't gonna perform, if you ain't gonna do it, you're gonna go and clock one out.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So he gets upset, burns the road up. He's mad. He leaves for the day.
I love it.
Right?
Teachable moment.
When he came back, very teachable moment. When he came back the next day, one thing I pointed out to him was that there should be nothing him or I should do to knock you off this square because your hours is more important than what we are going to put. Our job is to coach the position, but your hours is more important than what we're going to than what we're saying.
Oh, Mr. Graham.
I said, so for you leaving, I said that could never happen again.
Outstanding.
Right.
But then, as you pointed out, same thing we pointed to, even in life,
Even
you
in
can't
life,
let the
baby.
customer get you to
Get you
a
off the
certain
square.
point.
No, sir.
I
So I
love
said,
it.
don't ever again allow nothing that any one of us, either one of us say to you is never worth. Your hours are more important than what we got.
And then learn your shade.
And I mean it.
And learn your shade.
And you won't be able to do anything else until you learn your shade.
Learn your shade.
I love that. I love that particularly because a lot of them believe they're enrolling just for barber school.
Yeah.
But I remember when barbering was the model for life. Those barbers, they were secondary finance companies to the rest of the community.
Yes.
They taught young people how to dress. They
Yes.
taught young men to be men.
Yes.
They made for sure that young ladies were taken care of. You opened the door for young ladies.
Yes.
You stood on the end of the block and you made sure they walked and got to their houses as they should.
Yes.
Right.
It is so much more than just performing a haircut. If you're getting into barbering just to cut hair, you are doing it wrong.
Right. You're doing a disservice to yourself
100%.
and to the industry.
100%.
And at the same time, we're not trying to convince you.
And we're not trying to convince
I don't
you.
have
told
to.
y'all.
We
We don't have to.
I don't have to.
We do not have to, baby.
Listen.
It's up to you to get it.
Listen, I love it so much that my wife is a director of barbering for Lenore Community College.
Holding it
They've
down.
got-
Shout out to the mission.
Shout out to the missus, yeah, man.
Miss Bullock, I love you. Your students love you and
Yes.
adore you.
Shout out Miss Bullock, man.
She is with a good team. She has a great group of instructors under her, and so she does Snow Hill and she does Trenton, North Carolina.
Okay.
And both of those schools are full with waiting lists.
Nah,
Okay.
there it is.
Congratulations, Miss Bullock.
Yeah, there it is.
Congratulations.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's jump into these questions.
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
we know that.
No, I talk,
we don't want it to die.
And
We
the
don't
battery
want
about
it
to
to
die.
die.
So we
Yeah.
can't lose this. We can't lose this right here. This is the sauce right here.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna start with the first
Let her
one.
know our theme though. Our theme for the month is have we said the theme yet?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we didn't say our theme already. Okay, we're good.
All right, so
we
we
good,
want to
good.
set it off?
No, go ahead and set it off. Go ahead and set it
All
off.
right. So since our theme for this month, we like to ask questions on behalf of students.
Okay.
All right. So there's some questions that students may have and want to know and inquire. So we're talking about communication and customer relationships, right?
Right.
So what is one communication skill every barber should master? That's probably an easy one. I know. What is one communication skill
The
every barber should?
communication skill, it is nonverbal and it is called recognition.
Oh, yeah, dive deep into that recognition. Yes, nonverbal recognition. Dive deeper than that.
Recognition is nonverbal because it is something you do with your eyes and your spirit, right? So I can see if somebody needs a haircut, but my spirit should also be able to see when they need a little guidance, counseling, somebody to listen to them, and somebody to share. And I tell students this because it's very true. People love to give their money to people they love to be around.
Right.
And if you become the barber that they love to be around, if it's because you give a great haircut, or you listen well, or you allow them to speak when they need to really talk, then you become a necessity in their lives and not just somebody who cuts hair. They can walk 2 blocks and barbers fall out of the sky. But if you set yourself apart by being the person in their life that grooms and not just their hair,
Right.
if you're the groomer in their life, you will always have a job.
I like that. Grooming,
like
not
that.
just their hair. You grooming them, not
I
beyond their
like
hair.
that. All right, moving on to the next question. That was a good answer, by the way. Love that. Number 2, how can students build a strong client relationship early on? Early on, yeah.
It always starts in school. And,
Like that.
And one of the things I tell them in school is to find someone, a senior student or an instructor, who is doing it well.
Right.
Are they greeting clients when they come in the door? They may not be your client at that moment,
Right.
but are you greeting them?
Right.
That conversation may not be directed toward you, but can you become a part of the conversation without taking over the conversation?
Right.
Do you recognize that sometimes young men come in to get a haircut, but the entire family needs to be groomed? And if you know how to maneuver amongst people, I think that too is one of the largest skills that barbers use. Learning how to maneuver amongst people. Learning when situations don't require your voice,
Right.
just your presence.
Right.
Learning when your presence is much more needed than your voice. Learning that a lot of times your presence is your voice. Once you develop you, recognize who you need to be, where you need to be, and when you need to be, again, you will always have a job that pays dividends.
Bars.
Nice.
Killing them.
And we're still not trying to convince you though.
Definitely
We ain't
not
trying to
trying,
convince you.
definitely not
We ain't
trying to
trying to
convince you. We got ours. What you talking about? We got
I
ours.
love it.
100%.
You know what I mean?
All right.
We ain't
So
trying
here
to
we go.
convince you.
Next
Yeah.
one. What do you tell a new barber about how to handle client feedback?
Oh man, my biggest thing, I've got 3 words. Don't be offended. Do not be offended. You've not cut enough hair yet to be offended.
Right. Right.
You don't know your clippers intimately enough
to be offended.
You have not made enough money yet to be offended. You are in school to learn. You are not an icon just because your mother says so. What you need to understand is the less you are offended, the more people extend themselves to help you grow. There are some people you wouldn't cut their hair normally, but because they realize they realize that you were not so easily offended, you got a tough skin, and dealing with the public, you need to develop that anyway.
You better.
And once you do, you will understand that people feel like they can come to you, but they don't have to be graceful with how they say it.
Right.
You'll understand and you won't be offended.
Right.
And so the next time they come back, you might say, man, you weren't having such a great time when you came last time, but how can I help you now? With that same loving spirit.
Right.
And listen, the Bible is always speaking truth. With loving kindness have I drawn thee. If you're going to use one great thing to bring people to you, to be your continual clients, it is to love them. We are grooming our communities. We're not just cutting hair. And the sooner people realize that, the more hair they'll get to cut.
I told you this one's gonna be. We didn't say this in the previous. We didn't say this in the top. We said this in the previous one. We said there was some bars coming on.
Because if they don't do that, they're gonna be like one of the scriptures in the Bible. They're gonna be like Jesus wept. Y'all gonna be wept. If you don't do that, that's what y'all gonna do. Jesus wept. Jesus so good. Y'all gonna be so good, man. Anyway, I got this.
But we're not trying to convince you. We ain't trying to convince you.
We don't gotta convince you, bro. We ain't gotta do it.
Let me get this last question on right here for you.
Okay.
All right.
We got two more.
We got two more.
Well, he already kind of said.
What's one quick tip to turn a first-time client into a forever client?
Oh yeah.
There's a little trick I use.
Give it to me.
And some people may think it's annoying, but I ask questions often. Even if they've told me what they wanted, the more you ask questions, the more you're saying to them, tell me about yourself. Right. Tell me what you like out of this. If you can muster the courage to ask 7 questions during one sitting, then you have convinced that person mentally that you have their best interest at heart and you want to give them what they're asking for and not what you want to give them.
And you want to know them.
100%.
And you want to know them.
100%.
You know what? I do want to ask you one last one. I'm just a throwback question here.
All right, go ahead.
This falls in the whole underrated profession. Again, one of the motivations behind the name of underrated profession. What would you say is the most common misconceptions people have about barbers and stylists or the beauty industry profession?
Yeah, industry period.
Oh my gosh.
Take you back on that.
Why would you do me like this? So I think that one of the largest misconceptions is that barbers just cut hair.
Bam.
First and foremost, cosmetologists just do hair.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And I hate that when they say that.
And people think that barbers are tired at the end of the day because we've cut 25 fades. Barbers are tired at the end of the day because we have become therapists to the people that are coming in. We have become mentors to the young men that are coming in.
Right.
We have become guidance counselors to those athletes who are going to the next level.
Yeah.
We are teaching these young ladies what type of men they should be looking for,
Yeah.
all the while being husbands, fathers, brothers, uncles.
Right.
Teachers, instructors, barbers. There are so many hats that barbers and cosmetologists wear just to be the part of the community that is unseen but continues to work, continually working. I think because people don't have the vision to see all that we are, they try and relegate us to one thing. It's really unfair, but undercover, we are the agents of change that help push the community forward. And we cut away all of the dead things in the community so that the beauty of who the community is can grow.
Man. Hey,
Let's do the finish sentence. But Bob's here. Bob. I tried to distract him a little bit so he won't hear, but he heard some of the finish sentence. But I gotta hear these finish sentences.
Okay, give him a couple of them. Let's give him a couple of them.
Well, no. Hit him with the gnat, bro. I'll cue these up.
Now give him a couple of them.
I want to hear his thoughts on the gnat.
Alright, so a man told me this story one time about this gnat. They put the gnat in the jar, right? Put the gnat in the jar, put the top on the jar. The gnat is jumping up, can't get out, keep bumping his head. Net trying to get free. Then one day the man said, you know what? I'ma see. He took the top off. The gnat didn't jump no more because he thought he was gonna bump his head. He freeze on know what. But he didn't jump no more because he been bumping his head the whole time now. He been bumping his head the whole time, but when the top was out, he wasn't jumping off because he thought he was gonna bump his head again. So what is the moral that you get out of that story?
The moral of the story is he wanted to jump because he had the ability to. He didn't want to jump because he did not realize that at the time he was a gnat, but he was going to grow to be something much huger, and he needed the lid to be off so he could grow as high as he wanted to. But because he allowed there to be a barrier, he never realized how big he could grow to be because he was so stuck in who he had always been.
Right. God. So, man.
I like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Mr. Graham, I'll never be as tall as you, but I can talk like you. That's it.
All right, we're going to do the last ones. Finish the sentence.
Okay.
Real quick hitters. I'm going to switch it up a little bit.
Go ahead.
The truth is what I stand for. A lie is.
A lie is an opportunity.
Hold on.
A lie is an opportunity for you to recognize where you were wrong in having the desire to tell it in the beginning.
Ooh, okay.
But then the opportunity for self-growth. Because as you reflect, then you realize you are so powerful. Lies are tools of the incompetent and the weak. And if you don't see yourself as incompetent or weak, is the opportunity for you to change course in who you are so you can be honored by telling the truth and living the truth, not by continually sharing with people what they want to hear. And a lot of times that is the lie.
Message. Yeah. Talking about.
We ain't trying to convince
Message.
you. We ain't trying to convince
We
you.
ain't trying to convince y'all, man. You hear me? We ain't trying to convince y'all.
My gosh.
All right, physically I exercise. Soulfully I.
Man, gosh. Soulfully, I spend a lot of time envisioning.
Okay.
I'm asking God where He wants me to be.
Okay.
But in that, I always start off with, Lord, I remember where you brought me from. I remember when I was here. But in this present moment, I don't even want to dwell on where I am now. I want to know where you want me to be in the future because I realize all of that past was fuel for where I am going, not where I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. A quitter is equivalent to.
A quitter is equivalent to a beginner.
Okay. Explain that a little further.
In the beginning, envisioning your final destination may be daunting, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And some people wanting to be spectacular had not prepared themselves for the hard work. And so in order to avoid the hard work, they'll quit. But the truth is if you had a glimpse into the future of what you were going to be, you would work twice as hard as anybody else who was doing it on a high level because you believe that once you got to the top, that space belongs specifically to you to command as you wish. But that only comes if you put in the work that being at the top requires. Quitting is equivalent to the opportunities that you're running from.
Damn. Bars.
All right. When I already know this one. When I look in the mirror, I see.
Man. When I look in the mirror, I see my two sons, Noah and Justice.
Nice.
All right.
When I look in the mirror, I see my two boys and the future I wish for them, which is part of the reason I work the way I work. My wife and I, we love what we do because we get to bless people. But the example we've set for our two young men who are now juniors in college.
I was going to ask you, y'all empty nesters now, right?
Yes,
Y'all
we
been empty nesters for a
are.
while.
Yes, and I love it. Huh? I love you, girl. I love that my boys live about 5 miles up the road from us in their own places. They're doing well in school. They're working jobs, big boy jobs, and they are handling responsibility well. But they're both interested in being entrepreneurs because that's all they've seen myself and my wife do since they were born. And so I'm super, super excited that every time I look in the mirror, I see my two boys and who they're going to grow to be.
That's cool.
I'm most efficient when.
I am most efficient when my love tank is full.
All right.
When I have hugged my wife for a long time, and I've stolen all her kisses.
Boy, look. Here go another
Yeah.
one working.
Right.
Here go another one working.
I'm riding with it.
Yeah.
I'm riding with it.
When my students are elated to show me pictures of haircuts that they've done when there was no one else around, and they had to figure it out for themselves to understand that they are using a fortitude that they may not have. And me and Mr. Graham, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Sometimes at their homes, they may not have had to use that level of discipline.
Right.
But once they realize they can do it, then now for certain, for the rest of their lives, they know they can do it. We had a hand in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are we doing God's work every day just by showing up? Every single day, bro.
Because I told my students too, like, look, man, like when we ain't there and you figuring it out, that's when you're gonna learn the most.
Yep.
That's when you.
I think that's when they realize how great their instructors are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We give it to them and they wonder why we're repeating it. And then when they are posed with that situation and we are not around, we really are around.
We are around.
They hear what we've said. They can visualize how we approached it, and in their hearts, they realize that if I could do it while he was there, I just got to repeat what I did when he was standing right beside me.
Right.
And the next thing you know, you have inducted yourself into the family of barbering.
I still hear the students come out and say, Mr. Sauls, I hear you. I hear you in my voice. I hear you in my head all the time.
That's it.
I said, I know you do. I'm gonna stay
it.
there. I'm gonna stay there.
Right.
I'm gonna stay there. What's up, brother?
All right. So then we got. So we talk about all right. So when things don't go according to plan,
I stop.
Okay.
When things don't go according to plan, I stop and I ask myself, Lord, am I doing what you asked me to do in the very beginning? Am I doing what you asked me to do in the start? And if I'm not, how do I go back and recalibrate so that I can get back on track?
All right.
Now, the great thing about getting back on track is that you recognize where you derailed in the beginning, and if that situation should ever occur again, I know not to go down that road because that was the detour.
Right.
That was the derailment. I gotta say this. If we are putting stock into where we're going, it is no way that I get derailed. I'll make mistakes on my way to my destination, but that's just the opportunity for me to figure out new ways to never ever be defeated by a detour again. Life is continually ongoing. When we're asleep, life is going.
Yes.
While we're sitting to take a break to eat, life is going. It is the equivalent of being in a boxing match. In between rounds, there is still a fight to be had, and I plan on winning. And because I did my push-ups the night before.
I know that's right.
So when I am back in the game, I can knock out anything that does not look like my victory.
And when we dead, life going too.
You better believe. You better believe.
Keep moving.
boy, those some balls.
But yeah,
I'm trying to tell
man.
you what's about. All right, last one.
Okay?
When I'm dead and gone, people will remember me as.
The guy who helped them take care of themselves for the entirety of their lives through barbering.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Now, we could talk all day, but I know my battery gonna probably be dying. We know we charge, but
So good.
this has definitely been an honor.
Definitely been an honor, man. It was nice meeting you.
Thank y'all for having me.
And we gotta do this again.
I
You know
bet
for
you
sure.
will. Yes,
you know I
sir,
love
man.
you, bro.
Anytime.
So tell everybody how they can find you, school, everything, anything, how they can find you, everything what they know about you, all that good stuff. Tell everybody.
I am I'm the director of daytime barbering for Beaufort County Community College. You can find me at goldenheartsolutions.net. You can email me at contact@goldenheartsolutions.net. It is my nonprofit dedicated to instilling confidence in every child through health, hygiene. Through health, hygiene, and good grooming. You can catch me on social media, Rodney Bullock, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can find me at Barber Knows Best.
All right. Anything you want to leave imparted on our audience? Because I know you might just go ahead and shut us down. Go ahead.
Leave something for the students.
Leave something for some students. Give some advice you can give us.
So
last word. What would you get?
So I'll give this message to the future you. If you're a barber student, this is a message for you 5 years down the road. You have not made it. You are making great money.
Right.
You are starting to establish a family, and you are just now learning who you are becoming, with barbering being a weapon in your arsenal.
Wow.
It is better to be a great person over being a great barber.
Wow.
As long as you are equipped with the knowledge to know you have not made it, you will continually have to work so that you can stay in the race. Making it is not an option. Developing into someone who can help others make it is the goal.
There it is right up, man. Hey. We about to be, go ahead, Graham.
I'm gonna go ahead and get mine out of the way. This is all I know is shit. That's Mic Drop. I'm William Graham, aka Big Fundamentals.
Hey, y'all already know who it is. On your boy Maestro, aka the Great, aka the hands are ordained by the Barber gods, and that's underrated.
And where we at? Where we at? And where we
at? The MLB NC Trade Show in Raleigh, North Carolina. And y'all know what we do. We do it like we doing it for TV, baby. Holla. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate that, bro.
So glad to be on.
Hey, look, that
good time.
That was a good interview right there.
Hey, man, I love it.
That was a good interview, man.
I love it.
Yo, what up, girl?
Oh, you competing?
What up, yo?
Yeah, that's okay.
I spent a lot of guys.